Hey y'all, it's Indigo here. Wanted to make a little video showing what Gear 13 characters I've done already and kind of why, and then what I'm working on next. So maybe you can get an idea and kind of plan out what characters you want to take to Gear 13. So here's my roster. Let me go ahead and sort it by gear tier. I've got 18 Gear 13 characters. I've stopped kind of going real hard on them, but I'm slowly trying to stockpile gear and save up gear for the next thing while I still go ahead and add Gear 13 onto the characters that I want. So first up is my Dark Side Bastilla. I did her because she's in my arena team purely for speed. You can see I've got her up to 315. So I like her to go nice and fast. You need that for the arena. And that's why I picked her. A lot of these are going to be for speed. Bosk, same reason. I use him as a lead in bounty hunters. I want him to outspeed the enemy Stark. I've got him up to 302 speed on his own, or I can run him under Jango to be even faster. So definitely a solid candidate if you're going to rock the bounty hunters. You want them nice and fast. Next up is Chewie. I did him mainly for damage. He's going to assist a lot with Han and then a guarded CLS. So it's not too much worried about speed for him. But you can see I've got him over 5,000 damage. So every time he assists, he's going to hit like a truck. So I'm working on him. Also working on mods. I recently remodded, so not everything is 6E. There's Malik, of course. Malik is in my arena team. So I like to run him fast. He does decent damage already. Got plenty of health and protection on him. You can see he's 306 and over 100k in protection. Definitely a solid candidate to take up to 13 if you're thinking about who to do and you haven't done him yet. Next up, of course, is Darth Revan. As the leader of my arena team, I want him as fast as he can be. Again, mainly it's for speed. That's why I chose him. And you should always focus on who you're running in arena first and foremost. So definitely a solid choice to take up to 13. Another one that I've taken up to 13, you can see there, is Sion. He's an important part of the TRAI team. He's going to be your main tank, taking a lot of damage. You can see he's not too terribly fast, but he did get a nice bump in protection. So I got him well over 100k now. So he can take a good beating and still, survive. Useful for beating up on the Grievous teams. So that's why I took Sion up there. Got him and Traya up so they can be more productive as counters. Next is Traya. Again, for the same reason, I got Sion up. Speed's not really a concern with her. I run her heavy on tenacity. She got a little bump from that. Got some more protection. All around just kind of made her a bit tankier, which is what you want. You don't want her to die and then you lose your ability to isolate. So that's why I worked on Traya and Sion so that team can keep up with all the new Gear 13s that my enemies have. Next up is Nest. She's a solid choice for 13. You can see I'm rocking full tenacity on her, but even so, it's fast tenacity. Got her at 277 and about 150% tenacity, so she definitely gets the job done. I can throw her under a Jango to be even faster. She's very stout at Gear 13, and I'd highly recommend her for your scoundrels or like a bounty hunter team. Next up is General Grievous. I'm sure you've seen a lot of these at Gear 13 already. He gets a huge health boost at Gear 13, over 100k health. Not really concerned about the speed. And then I've also got him modded for some crit chance because I run the Suicide Droid Squad for him as a Darth Revan counter. Definitely a solid choice to take to 13 because if you put him on defense, he's going to take a tough team to be able to take him out in one shot. Definitely would advise getting him up even if you're just starting on your Separatists. Next up is General Kenobi. He's really good under Padme for the Galactic Republic. He's also got his own ship coming out soon, and he's pretty relevant for being an old character as a solid plug-and-play tank regardless. So definitely worth taking him up. Gets a little boost to his health and protection overall. Not really concerned about speed. But again, a solid choice for 13 based on how useful he is and with his upcoming ship. Next up is Thrawn. Did him mainly for speed, just so that he could stay relevant and not fall too far behind. Still have to slice a few of his mods to get him to break the 300 mark. You can see I've got him down there at 297. So that extra geared 13 piece add plus 10 to him. So it helps me not have to sacrifice heavy speed mods to be able to keep him faster than most other characters. Definitely a good choice as a plug-and-play useful character, getting him up so that he won't die on you. Next is my Grandmaster Yoda. I run him underneath Jedi Revan a lot. Definitely with Jedi Revan at 13 and Yoda at 13, they can still get the job done against Gear 13 Sith Empire in the arena as an effective counter. My Yoda is pretty fast. That Gear 13 piece helps put the speed on him, and he's still able to hit decently hard. Got him over 5,700 offense, which isn't as much as I used to have, but still hard enough that he can get the kills when I need him to. So definitely worth taking him to 13 if you use him as your counter a lot. And then of course there's HK. I use him in my arena team now under Darth Revan. Took him up specifically because he was in my arena, so every bit of extra health, protection, damage, everything I could get from Gear 13 makes him a much more solid choice for my opponents. You know, they're going to have a harder time defeating him. You can see he's over 5,000 damage. I like him to hit nice and hard. Makes him that much tougher to defeat. So you definitely want to get that arena team up and max them all out if you can. Should be your primary focus. Alright, next up is Jango. Mentioned him earlier. He's in my primary bounty hunter squad. I did it because I like to keep him nice and fast. Right now I got him at 295 speed. And so if I use his own lead, I'm going to get a plus 30 bonus to that. And I've still got some slicing to do, so he can get even faster and break 300 before his lead bonus, in case I want to run him under Bosk for some reason. Definitely a solid choice if, again, Bounty Hunters is a squad you like to use in Territory Wars and Grand Arena. Alright, starting to get to the end of the road here. Next up is my Jedi Revan. Just like I mentioned earlier, it's great for the speed boost, to keep that plus 10 speed so that he can stay on par with the enemy Darth Revans that you're trying to counter. Right now, got him at 299. Saved me from having to move a bunch of mods around. So it's a nice plus 10 speed bonus. And he can still hit decently hard, even though I don't have all his mods the way I'd like him to be. He's a solid choice since he leads a good counter team, and he's still very much in the meta. My most recent Gear 13 from yesterday was R2-D2. I got him up because I run him in Resistance, and he's a pretty good counter for Genosians, even without BB-8, as long as you get him out there nice and fast. So the plus 10 speed boost is pretty helpful. On him, I got him at 300 speed now. He's got plenty of crit chance, which is what you need if you're running him under Resistance. But primarily I did it for the speed and the fact that I use him on my counter teams. He's definitely a solid character all around to just take to Gear 13. You're going to use him in Galactic Republic, Resistance, Rebels. Definitely a solid choice to have. The next character on my list is my SAF Marauder. Again, part of my arena team. I wanted to get him to 13 as quick as possible, because you want your arena team as strong as it can be. Not necessarily for speed on him, although he is kind of fast. He outspeeds, most other regular characters, but he hits like a truck. You can see I got him at almost 5,500 damage, So he's able to one-shot a lot of characters with his special move and put up some high damage in the Sith raid. So I really like this character. Again, another solid choice for Gear 13, especially if you're running him in Arena. And then my last character that was a recent addition is my Wampa. I really like him, not for speed, but the fact that he counters a lot. You want heavy damage. So putting that piece on him allowed me to get his damage up past 5,000. And if you can have characters hitting for 5,000 damage, it's going to definitely take a chunk out of your opponents. So that's why I got him up. I want him to hit nice and hard and be able to cut through and get the job done when I needed him to. So there you go. That's my Gear 13s and kind of what I've been working on and what I've gotten done so far. Let me show you kind of what I'm working on now. The ones that I want to get up to 13. It's going to be a long process because I still have to put a lot of G12 plus gear on them. But right now I'm working on my Night Sisters. I just finished putting the G12 plus pieces on Asajj, but I still have a ways to go. You can see the others don't have their G12 plus or even all their G12. So I'm working on this project even though it'll be a grind. But they are a solid squad and I can't wait till I get them all G13 as well. Hopefully this video was helpful. Good luck in your G13s. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below. And hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.